Ask the Messengers TV show is a TV show that educates, informs, and entertains our viewers on public health issues such as mental illness, suicide, addiction, illness and disease, COVID-19 relief, crime, domestic violence, homelessness, human trafficking, employment opportunities, healthcare, and more. And now, Ask the Messengers.
Today on Ask the Messengers, we bring you another DWIHN Partnership Series featuring a spotlight on the DWIHN President and CEO, Mr. Eric Doeh, plus a few more testimonials from this year's Celebrate Recovery Walk that was held on Belle Isle. Yes, recovery is possible, and the DWIHN network of providers are doing all they can to help those who are willing to take that first step to getting their life back on track. Ask the Messengers begins now.
Hi, Gregory. What's your story?
Hell is my story.
So what was your drug of choice?
Cocaine, fentanyl, Xanax, weed, alcohol.
What brought you to your knees? When did you say, look, enough is enough, I'm done?
Hell brought me to my knees. 52 years of hell.
So what you doing today?
I'm in recovery.
How long you been clean?
I've been clean since December the 21st, 2021.
What are you doing to maintain your recovery?
I take each day at a time. Each day at a time since 2021.
Is there anybody out there you would like to make amends to?
I like to make amends to society.
Hi, Andrew. What's your story?
I've been using drugs in one form or another since I was about 11. Started with abusing my ADD medication. I've done cocaine, heroin, benzos, alcohol all throughout.
So how long you been clean?
About 3 weeks.
How do you feel?
I feel a lot better.
How do you feel being out here at the recovery rally?
I feel great.
Is there anyone out there that you would like to make amends to?
You know what? Honestly, right now I got to worry about myself. So not to sound selfish, but well, it is selfish. I got to forget about them until I get myself right, because I can't love them till I love myself.
So what, is this your first time in treatment?
No, it is not. I've been many times.
So what are you doing different this time?
Well, the last time I drank twice in the last month, and I got violently ill both times with not a lot of alcohol. I was told my liver's no good anymore, and if I want a vodka again, I might as well drink Sterno or Paint Stripper, because it'll do the same thing to me.
Denez, what's your story?
My story is I'm a recovering alcoholic. I lost a lot of things in life due to drinking. I thought I was powerful over it. I thought I could control it. And I realized I was powerless. Lost a lot of people, lost good friends, good family. Been through a lot, hurt myself, harmed others.
And how old are you?
31.
How long did it take you to say, look, enough is enough, I'm done?
Been drinking for a while. I've been drinking since I was 16. I say probably like last year.
How did you know you hit bottom? When did you say, look, I'm done, this enough?
No family support, being homeless. Basically like hoping for something that I have to go out and get on my own.
So you end up going into treatment. How was it in treatment?
It was, for the most part, it was my first time going in treatment, but I needed to do what I had to do to get my mind right, so it's cool. It's cool.
So is there anyone out there that you would like to make a direct amends to?
Everyone I hurt, harmed, said anything foul to. Yeah. Everybody, I guess, everybody who I hurt in my path.
So how is your support with your family now?
I have a real good communication with my daughter and my baby mom. But as far as my support system with family, I gotta show them that I'm sincere about my recovery.
All right, Kip, what's going on with you?
Hey, living a dream, living a dream. Out here with these folks doing the recovery walk. Come out here to support the newcomers' recovery.
So what's going on in your recovery now?
Oh, from homeless to a homeowner, from a thief to a productive member of society. I have retired. But man like me, 12 years ago, eating out the garbage can to now I'm retired. Ain't that something? Tell me what God won't do.
That's right, that's right. So I hear you doing big things today, living the dream. So where's your recovery taking you now?
My recovery for me, look, I put my son in STEM and he was 6 months old. My son is 37 years old. I'm finna move to Montgomery, Alabama to be with my son and my grandson.
Okay, okay. So when you get down to Montgomery, is that where you bought your property at?
Yes, I'm buying a house in Montgomery, Alabama. So Montgomery, here I come.
So you know you're taking this recovery thing down there with you. Are you planning to work in the recovery community down there?
I'm a volunteer. My son's wife, she is COO of a treatment facility down there. When I went for the holiday 4th of July, I did an open talk, and so they're looking forward for me to come back. So I'm a volunteer because I have retired. I'm not working no more in my life, but I will continue giving back to the community.
Okay, so we want to thank you for doing all that you do in this recovery community because you did a lot for us here at Detroit. So before you leave, I want you to look into the camera and give somebody a hope shot that's maybe thinking about getting high and don't know what road they about to go down. Give somebody some hope.
Listen, you don't have to do what you have to do. All you gotta do, 2 things you must do: forgive yourself and introduce yourself. Listen to other people. See, we never know who helped us until you tell them, and this woman right next to me helped me save my life without her permission. So if you're struggling, ask for help. It takes a real man and a real woman to ask for help. Don't be afraid.
Our children and youth are vulnerable to stressors that can
Mental health affects all of us in one way or another, whether it's substance abuse, suicidal thoughts, or disability-related issues. But with the right prevention, treatment, and support, recovery is possible. If you or someone you know is struggling with isolation, hopelessness, or just needs a listening ear, there is hope and there is help. Get connected with a trained mental health professional when you call the DWIHN Integrated Health Network. We're here for you 24/7, here to talk, here to help.
If you or someone you know is battling with any type of cancer, you need to read the book by Laverne Moore Slaughter, God Encounters Are Real. In her book, she tells how through prayer and faith, God healed her and set her free from stomach cancer. For more information and to get your copy, visit www.encountersarereal.net.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
I thought I was too far gone. I wasn't.
Join the Voices for Recovery.
The world is a beautiful place again.
Kirk Page Collections, The brand you trust to deliver. If we don't have your size in stock, we'll go get it. We ship same day, so you don't have to wait for your order. We ship to any city in America, and 100% of our clothing is made right here in the US, right here at home. You want a new look going into the office tomorrow? Kirk Page Collections. Out on the town and want a trendy shirt to complement your outfit? Kirk Page Collections. No matter the life event, Kirk Page Collections has your back. Life's favorite brand.
Thanks, Charles, for letting me use your gardening supplies. I'll make sure I put it back in the garage. Man, tending to that lawn is a lot of work.
Tell you the truth, Jim, I'm more concerned about keeping this house.
What's going on?
Well, you know, Sarah lost her job 2 months ago, right?
Yeah.
Since we lost that income, the bills have been piling up, and we're so far behind. I don't want to lose the house because of back taxes. I don't know what to do.
I understand. The same thing happened to my sister and her husband when he lost his job. Do you know that the Wayne County Treasurer has plans and programs to help people stay in their homes?
No, I didn't. Tell me about it.
Yeah, go to www.treasurer.waynecounty.com to see if you qualify.
Say that again.
www.treasurer.waynecounty.com.
Got it.
The Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network provides services and support to 75,000 people in Wayne County. DWIHN serves people with mental illness, intellectual and developmental disabilities, individuals with substance use disorders, and children with serious emotional disturbances. DWIHN is the largest and most diverse community mental health agency in the state of Michigan, and it is committed to providing the highest quality of integrated health care to those it serves while working alongside with dedicated and compassionate provider network. What was your drug of choice?
Everything besides alcohol.
Now, how come alcohol didn't play in that mix?
Because I grew up with an alcoholic grandma, and I guess I didn't want to be like that. So I figured other drugs was better.
So what brought you to recovery?
The fact that I was going to die, I wanted to see my daughter get married and meet my grandchildren, and doing drugs, that was not going to happen.
So if you can make an amends to your daughter right now, what would you say to your daughter?
Oh, I've already said it. We have a great relationship now, and she's pregnant, so I get to meet my grandkids sober. So.
Yes, that's a beautiful thing. So what led you to say enough is enough? I'm done.
Probably the marriage that I was in. He is a narcissist. I just got tired of putting up with him and walked away and walked into Odyssey one day, and I haven't left.
Vito, what was your drug of choice?
Alcohol.
So how long were you an alcoholic?
12 years.
And when did you discover that you were tired of being an alcoholic?
A couple weeks ago. This is my first time in recovery.
All right. So what was the moment that said, you know, I'm tired, I'm done?
I had a rollover with a truck, and it was kind of a wake-up call for me.
Okay. So how does your drinking affect your relationship with your family?
It makes it kind of tough, you know, we aren't as close as we used to be. I'd kind of like to get that back.
Well, you know recovery is possible, right?
I do. I feel very fortunate to be over at Sacred Heart and have all this opportunity to be here.
If you could say something to that guy who rolled over in that truck right now, what would you say to him?
Don't be afraid to get help.
Thank you. Now, if you could say something to other people who are alcoholics, listen, I'm an alcoholic too. I'm 2.5 years. So you can do it. I did it. You can too. Keep coming back. It does work, but you got to work it though. You know that, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, I want you to look right dead in that camera, and I want you to speak to other alcoholics like us, those that are aware that they are, but mostly speak to those who don't even understand that they are.
Don't be afraid to get help. There's a lot of resources out there, and it's a great community. I feel really fortunate that I took the step forward to try and get the help, and I'm fortunate to be here today.
Sean, tell me what brought you to recovery?
I was using heroin for a long time. I got tired of being at rock bottom and losing everything and not having nobody. I've been lonely, you know. I got tired of being lonely and losing my life. I've been dying for so long, I want to start living.
How long were you dying?
10 years.
And what made you decide to stop dying?
Well, I had I was using my neck as a vice to get heroin, and I got 8 surgeries on my neck. And when I got the surgeries on my neck, I was in the hospital and I overdosed on their pills. And when I overdosed on the pills, they brought a preacher to me and said, look, you're not going to see tomorrow. Your body's shutting down. So I prayed with him and I gave up. The next day I woke up and I surrendered to God. And ever since then, I've been never go back.
If you were given an opportunity to speak to that former self, what would you say to that former you?
There's a better life. Please, please give it a chance. There's so much better out there. You're a better person than this. You can do so much better with your life.
Jessica, what was your drug of choice?
Meth.
So when did you start using meth?
I was 13.
How'd you get a hold to it at such a young age?
Well, I'm from Missouri, and it's kind of easy to get it over there, you know, so that's probably why, you know, it just wasn't that difficult to find.
How'd you find yourself in Detroit? Missouri, that's a little ways away.
It is. Well, I wanted to go into treatment, and this was the only women's program that was nearby, so that's why I came to Detroit.
So we went through a pandemic, COVID-19, 2020, 2021. We're in 2022. It doesn't feel like it, but we are. Right. How did you maintain, or what condition were you in during the pandemic?
I was sober. I actually, at the time, I was working at a treatment center in Utah, and so it was really helping me to stay sober at the time too. So, you know, it was really a lot of fun during that time. I remember how sheltered in I felt whenever the pandemic first started. So, but you know, we were all there for each other.
That's good. How did your using affect your relationship with your family?
I think mostly that I was ashamed to face them. I kind of tried to hide my addiction because I was supposed to be already recovered from it, you know. I had been doing good for probably 2 years around that time, and so they really didn't expect that of me, or maybe they did. So I just tried to hide my addiction from them.
Now, if you can make an amends to anyone right now, I want you to look in that camera and make an amends to that person.
I'd like to make an amends to my daughter. I really let her down, and so I'd just like to make an amends to her. Heavenly Father, please bring it into Claire's heart for her to forgive me.
James, what was your drug of choice?
Crack cocaine.
So when did you start using crack?
Back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Oh, when it first started, huh?
Back when it was very good.
Hold on. Okay. Now, you need to explain that to me. You said when it was. So why was?
Well, I mean, it's just a different era. I mean, you got different things they cut it with and all the rest of it now. But it was fun back then. Now I'm gotten too old for all this crap.
So what was the moment when you said it's enough? Enough is enough. I'm done.
When I started dodging bullets, it was time to go. So
if you could speak to someone right now, looking at that camera, and give some advice to someone who's still out there in the streets.
Get out while you can. It doesn't matter. Just got to take the first step. Do it for yourself and do it quick.
Mr. Ebon, what was your drug of choice?
Heroin.
And when did you start using heroin?
I was about 42.
Now, what made you even start?
Friends. I experimented with my friend. Friend turned me on. Told me to try it, so I tried it.
Okay, and how long did you stay out there?
To this year, August the 15th.
That's your clean date?
Yep.
So tell me, how did it affect your relationship with your family?
You know, my family was disappointed because they know I'm a better person. I can do better, and I was distant because when I was using, I wouldn't really be in too much contact with them. Only time I would contact them when I was in jail or somewhere. But they love me and they want me to do better. And they in my corner now, so yeah. But it was distance.
So what was the point that made you say enough is enough? I'm done.
I don't want to die in the street. Fentanyl is real. It's taking a lot of people's lives. I lost a girlfriend of mine in March to fentanyl. And I'm 53 years old, so enough is enough. You know, time to grow up.
If you could say something to someone right now who's contemplating getting high or just don't know what to do at this moment, what would you say to them? I want you to look into that camera and give them a hope shot.
I'm going to tell you, man, it's a better way. Whoever you is, it's a better way. I know you don't seem like it. I know you're doing what you're comfortable with. Step out that comfortability and come get some help because it's worth it. Your life is worth it.
Not everyone is an addict who hangs out with recovering addicts, right?
That is correct.
So let's find out, who are you, sir?
My name is Orion Fettis.
So let's tell me, what does recovery, the process, mean to you?
Recovery is getting free of drugs and alcohol. And that is a story that hits very close to home because I grew up around addicts and I've seen firsthand what it can do to you.
So give us a little details now. You said you grew up around addicts. Are these family members, friends? Give us some insight.
Family members. My grandfather was an alcoholic. My mother was both an alcoholic and a drug addict. And I remember my papa got clean when I was born. That was like his defining moment. I'm a grandfather now. I can't be doing this.
As a kid growing up, seeing your grandfather and your dad in doing what they did, how does that make you feel as a child? Because, you know, we have people who are in addiction with children. Talk to those people out there that have children. Let them know how that really feels.
It is a devastating feeling. It truly crushes you. And as a kid, you don't fully understand what's going on. All you know is that the person who's supposed to be taking care of you and loving you unconditionally is not well. And as you get older and you get more clarity, it starts to hurt more and more.
So how does it feel to be at an event such as Celebrate Recovery? How does that feel for you to be able to witness all of these people who's trying not to be like those family members that kind of gave you that feeling?
It's truly an amazing feeling that not only can I come here and see that, but work for an organization that is dedicated to helping people get clean. So shout out to Sacred Heart, shout out to my bosses, Mark and Lisa, for letting me come here today. I'm truly blessed.
And see, what you saw today, that's going to help you go back to work, and you're going to have a whole new roadmap, huh?
Oh, most definitely. And I'd also like to give a quick shout out to my mom, who got clean, and she's an amazing parent. She also works at Sacred Heart. She's a therapist. Shout out to you, Mom. I love you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more of Ask the Messengers.
The opioid epidemic still exists across all zip codes and without boundary, but there is hope and there is help. The DWIHN Integrated Health Network offers treatment, prevention, and recovery resources for those struggling with addiction. DWIHN Integrated Health Network has trained clinicians that will talk with you and get you connected to the help that you need. We will help you on your recovery journey. Call us anytime, 24/7 at 800-241-4949. We are here to talk, here to help.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. More than 2.5 million Americans are addicted to opiates, and the addiction often starts with painkillers prescribed by a doctor. DWIHN Integrated Health Network has rolling recovery units on the streets and in the communities, helping those who are addicted find help and treatment. Learn more about their prevention, treatment, and recovery services by calling their 24-hour helpline at 1-800-241-4949 or visit DWIHN.org.
Go get it, go get it, go get it, go get it, get it.
Babies and toddlers across Michigan are doing a happy dance. Because now the safe and effective COVID-19 vaccine is authorized for children 6 months and up. And that means it's a happy day for parents too.
Go get it, go get it, go get it, get it.
Welcome, Judge Mathis. Thanks for coming to share an important message with the Wayne County taxpayers.
Well, thank you for allowing me to help. You know, most of my life I was a resident of Wayne County, and so I'm here to help because Treasurer Shabri wants to work with Wayne County homeowners to keep families in their homes and prevent foreclosure.
If you're having trouble making your property tax payments, let us know. We have many resources to help.
Already in the payment plan? It's important you stay in good standing.
Making property tax payments is now easier than ever. We have placed payment kiosks in community centers across the county. We've also added kiosks in our offices. Contact us at 313-224-5990 or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com.
And remember, stay safe, save time, make your appointments and payments online.
Go out on November 8th and cast our vote.
And man, I just want to say to everybody in the crowd, man, we got the power to do anything we want. If you can put your mind to it, you can manifest it.
You know, your voice matters, and
The importance of voting is to make it count.
So many people fought for these rights. So many people lost their lives for us to even have the opportunity to vote. I think we owe it to them. It's a major disservice if we don't go out and let our voice be heard.
The work that I do here is extraordinary, and it has certainly become just a part of who I am. My prior career as a federal prosecutor, you know, I certainly came across many folks not recognizing that some of them may have even had some challenges in terms of behavioral health and substance use disorder. You know, so now I find myself in this space where I can do something, and not only for, you know, the folks who are in our immediate community, but also just the network in general. I mean, in the midst of COVID, we were still able to serve over 200,000 people. I mean, we served 75,000 just from, you know, a record standpoint, but over 200,000 people reached out to us.
I'm not sure whether folks realize the resources that are out here, and so how do you make folks aware of those resources? And then once you make them aware, how do you create the access so that they get there? You know, transportation can sometimes be a challenge for folks, so how do you, you know, deal with that? And then also the disparity that exists when it comes to healthcare. I think COVID exacerbated that to a large extent, and it doesn't matter necessarily the community that you're in. Economic conditions can play itself in so many ways. And so in Wayne County, we have a population of about 1.6 million people. And, you know, most statistics will say that for that population of folks, you need at least 3 crisis centers. We don't really have a crisis center in Wayne County, and we're building one right now at Detroit Wayne, and that's a significant project. You don't look to the accolades because you get that by the fact that you're able to touch and change the lives of people in positive ways. Nevertheless, when your colleagues, you know, recognize you, it's so important because it lets you know that at the very least, you're doing something that's appreciated by those who have been there before.
Well, that concludes this week's episode of Ask the Messengers. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, if you would like to support our show, please feel free to make a donation of any amount by visiting our show website, www.askthemessengers.org. If you prefer to mail donations, please make your check or money orders payable to Ask the Messengers TV show and send to 18400 Schaefer Highway, Detroit, Michigan 48235. Ask the Messengers is a program that deals with things that help you. Thank you for watching.